We made a lot of noise last week regarding Malkia strikers, and even the weeks before, remember they became the third sporting team from Kenya to qualify for the Olympics after Shujaa, that's the Kenya Sevens, and of course Lionesses, and eventually President Uhuru Kenyatta hosted them to a luncheon, I think at the Mama Ngina, where we made to understand some 1 million shillings was doled out to the playing unit. What's your thought? Is it too little, too late, or is it a motivating factor to the team?
It's a very good motivating factor to the team, especially coming from the head of state himself. It's a clear indication that this is a president who really loves sports in this country, not only football, basketball. We have seen him hosting the athletes. And I think he's a president who really has some positive feeling about sporting activities in this country, and him hosting the Malkia strikers indeed is a clear indication that he really supports the road to Tokyo this year, Olympics 2020, and this can only come with proper facilitation, and let's pray and hope that these teams will be facilitated. Athletics, volleyballers now joining that team. Truly, we look forward to see the president supporting not only the 1 million shillings. I think the 1 million shillings was a token to the team, to the girls. Let it not be that it's a kitty to prepare for the Olympics.
But most importantly is that the girls qualified without the input of Janet Wanja. That has been a veteran setter, ever-present figure in the team. She didn't play in these qualifiers, but again, going to Tokyo for the first time in 16 years. Remember the last time we appeared there was in Athens in Greece, 16 years ago. Now, heading to Tokyo, James, what do you think Coach Paul Bitok needs to do? Because he was brought on board late last year, but we've seen him do some brilliant job there. Remember, they retained the All-Africa Games title, beating Cameroon, and again, they beat Cameroon in this qualifier. What does Bitok needs to do to make Malkia spike so hard in Tokyo?
You know, it's hard talking about the government coming in and always giving 1 million after people have won something, hosting the teams, and at the state I was having pictures and all that. I don't always feel like it's something that's good. At the end of the day, you give someone something to put in the pocket, but you should also come in for the preparation. You need to be there for them. You need to send high-profile delegates to such kind of games, because we only see them at the airport if they do well. If they don't, they are not there. They send PS, they send whatever. So I think I just want to talk about the team. Bitok has done well with the team, coming back inside that team and then putting them together. As Kianda is always saying, go to the school games, find good players, they're young, bowl them together, put that winning mentality inside their minds, and they'll give you results. So I think it's a learning process to other federations. If you want to have success every time and again, you have to look at the future. You have to get good recruitment inside the schools, the primary schools, the high schools, the colleges, and all that. So if we have good preparation for the Olympics, it's always hard for the girls when they go for international games outside. But if you have good preparation, they have the motivation, getting back after 16 years, I think we're good to go.
Kianda, there's been talk that the likes of Jane Washu should now pave way and probably step to the technical bench and give room for young players. Do you think Bitok needs to take that direction, or retain him and bring some young blood and blend the team heading to Tokyo, which definitely is going to be a tough assignment for the girls?
You know, one thing that Bitok has done, what you're seeing after 16 years is a result of good planning and good structures that he's trying to put in place. Before he came back from Rwanda, we were struggling, and that's when Cameroon and Algeria were trying to be a stumbling block to us when it comes to all African games and African Championship. But when Bitok came back from Rwanda, actually rejected another contract from Rwanda. He came with a plan. The club championship will start, I think, sometime in December, then end in March. Then the national team will be given that opportunity to have the players basically in full, basically all are going to be available. So according to me, Bitok has a plan. Bitok has given the youth a chance. When they went to the World Cup, he said, I'm going to introduce some youth in the team. And that was what we saw happening in the World Cup. They won one game. That was against Cameroon, 3-2 in the final game of the World Cup. But he gave the youth an opportunity. It's a wake-up call to the likes of Wanja. The team qualified without you. Were the youngsters given an opportunity? They were given. Transition takes time, and it has to be very steady. And I think that's what Paul Bitok is trying to do. You need Wanja, you need the Washus, you need the Wanjas. But he's trying to introduce the youngsters in the team. And the plan that he has for the federation, I think is basically the best guy to run volleyball.
So in your view, Wanja should be recalled to the squad despite not taking part in these qualifiers?
She has her own reason as to why she wasn't there, personal commitments. If that's really the truth about, her having some personal commitment, then she deserves an opportunity to be given. But kama yeye alijitoa, because before that, remember some of them had not reported to camp earlier.
Sure.
Remember, I think she was one of them. So if it's for personal reason that Paul Bitok understands well, give her an opportunity because he's a veteran. But kama in story in a discipline and you qualified without her, then thank you for the work you've done for Malkia Strike.
True. Okay. Thank you for the work you've done, says Kianda.